one more time tell us where it is? So what do we
Yeah,
call this place? I know we can see it here,
yeah.
but
It's called Saint-Loubès. It's very close to Bordeaux, that almost everybody knows, in the
yes.
southwest of France, close to the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, nice. So let's start with the video.
Okay,
I think the music will be muted because we are
okay.
having this conversation. So yeah, let's start. So oh yeah, yeah, this is quite close to Bordeaux,
Mhm.
like you say. So if you have anything to comment on, so is it, for example, a region popular for people who sail? Lots of lakes. So what
Yeah,
kind of
this is
region is it?
yeah. Sailing is rather is more south of the region. Here we mostly have the vineyards. Yeah, here this is Maxlander,
Oh yeah,
and
I thought so.
yeah, we're an hour from the ocean when there are no traffic jams, because this is a plea in our area.
Okay.
Bordeaux is big city, so when we want to cross the river, you saw the Dordogne
Mm-hmm.
River. When you want to cross it, it's horrible because you have the bridges to cross. People driving down to Spain, lots of lorries driving down to Spain. It's on the
Mm-hmm.
road from the north of Europe to the south
Yes.
of Europe. So when you go to work or come back from work and you commute, it takes sometimes 2 hours to travel 30 kilometers.
Oh
So
yeah. So
it's
is it
very
like the
challenging.
main square, the market? So what do we see in this, for
So this
example?
is the
Mm-hmm.
the 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 building in the middle is the city hall, the town hall, not city,
Mm-hmm.
town hall, and that's where the market is held. You see old houses surrounding it with
Mm-hmm.
arcades, which are very convenient when it's raining, because you don't have to cross under the rain. You
Mm-hmm.
can go around the place, and just on the left side you also have arcades. It's
Mm-hmm.
around there. And my hairdressers, when I want to go to the hairdressers, which I
Mm-hmm.
desperately need, by the way, I
Have you
walk under
seen
the
my hair?
arcade.
Okay.
Wow,
Yeah. So who needs it most? Let's say.
beautiful.
I think the most needed hairstylist person in the world is
Okay,
sitting here.
okay. This is yeah. At the top of the picture, you can see one of the primary schools. We have two primary schools, two kindergartens. That, by the way, which we will see them at the end of the video,
Mhm.
are all state schools, not private. And this is one of the primary schools with 14 classes, lots of pupils.
Mhm.
In my school I told about, there are 1,000 pupils, very big
Oh,
structures. Okay,
no.
and
So
here
how many,
every
one question, how many inhabitants live in
10,000, 10,000.
10,000? Mhm.
Very
Okay.
recently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yes, it's a parking place during the week.
Mm-hmm.
On Monday mornings and Saturday mornings, we have the market, so you can't park here. And yeah, it's the tradition. I spoke to you about this, of open air markets in France.
Mm-hmm.
There are some in other countries too, but we have local products. We have fresh things from butchers, from people who cook. We can
Mm-hmm.
buy meals ready
Okay.
to eat, to carry away, and really local products. I don't think there are still. I used to buy fabrics because I sewed a lot when I was younger. I
Mm-hmm.
used even to buy fabrics on the market for a very low price, and it's also a means to meet people, because you
No.
chat, you have time. Very often, like here, you have a sunny weather, so you take your time on Saturday mornings to go to the market
Mm-hmm.
and talk with people, talk with the sellers. And what you see just on the last house before crossing the street is
Mm-hmm.
a terrace, the terrace of a restaurant, the Ferset,
Mm-hmm.
where you can eat outside as well. I don't know
What
if
is the
there's
what is the name of the restaurant? One more time.
le Ferset, le
Oh,
Ferset.
beautiful.
You
Okay,
like French, do you?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I obviously I can listen to French to the podcast, but for me, like a 100 full experience positive is when you listen to the person with whom you talk, with whom you have,
Of
some
course, yeah.
bond. And this is so much different from all the podcasts, all the videos, all the films in the world, really. So this is like the fantastic, how you say it. Whenever you say something in
Yeah.
French, my ear is just like, okay.
and this school is called Hector Ducamp. Hector
Beautiful.
Ducamp.
Okay. Okay, so I will move on to the next ones. Let's take a look. So okay, this is
Yeah,
what
this
we
is the
have
town
seen
hall.
from the
And you
bird's
have the
eye view.
market, some stalls of the market here. I don't know if it's Mondays or there's on Saturdays there are more people. So it's the stalls you have. You have the refrigerated lorries at the background because for the cheese and so on you need refrigeration. Yeah. What else? Oh, I remember this stair. That's where we took the family photograph when my son got married. We had the stairs and we spread over the chest.
So did he get married here or also in the church and then here?
Well, the elder one got married in church, but not in our town because his wife is from another town.
Oh,
the younger one married here at the town hall, but did not go to church. It was very complicated. They were not opposed to it, but she was studying in Paris at that time. He was here in the region, and they didn't know where they didn't have. Sorry, they had not got their nomination yet. They didn't know where they were going to work. It was more convenient to get married here. And it was very complicated with the church to get prepared with the priest and so on. So they just left it out and only got married here. It was okay.
But for example, for people who are non-believers, they go here to get married and that's it, right? So this is like the
believer or not believer, you have to get married. If you want to get married, you have to have a civil act, which is only here. You have to have a legal act. Church is not valid
without coming here.
Without here.
Okay.
You're not married if you only marry in church. You're not considered as being married. You have to make it legal.
Okay, so let's move on to the next ones. Okay, so
this is this
the one that we have seen? Okay, is it now open like we can see it here or not yet?
Yes, it's open. Yes,
it is now because it's it's the summer, but normally, for example, here the summer is not really here still. I think it's not.
They don't only have the terrace. There are also tables.
I understand.
They built this during the pandemic because it was a way to allow people to eat at the restaurant. This even with distances to have to be respected, and it expanded their surface. But there is a restaurant inside. It's not only
I understand. So I was talking about the terrace. Normally we also have open air restaurants, but because of the lack of good weather, it's mostly inside where I go now. So okay, so let's move on to these
are the arcades. You see,
the arcades and the market and the cheese, the famous cheese.
The cheeses of France.
Yes, obviously. What does it mean, by the way, this word?
Share.
Okay.
Share. Share. This is to share. Yeah, this is bread, our baguette, of course.
Yes, I recognize this. Okay, so this is a beautiful.
So this is the L'Église Saint-Pierre. I had a concert there 2 weeks ago with my choir. We sang in the church because the I don't know what you call this. The
spire.
The top part crumbled down, and they're gathering funds to repair it. Now it's been repaired. It's okay. And we sang to restore the paintings inside. So the money collected thanks to the concert is going to the to pay for the paintings.
Yes, I understand.
At the back of the
church. It must be like the biggest church. Looks like the cathedral almost.
Oh no, it's a small church.
It's okay. So maybe it's because of this the Zoom
perspective
thing. Yeah. Okay, looks big as opposed
And
to
it's
those buildings, around. So,
medium sized. That says it's not a chapel, but it's a medium
hmm
sized church.
okay, okay. But one of many, right? It's not
No,
the only
yeah,
one in.
it's the only one in my town.
Hmm
There is a chapel that we will see later, a chapel that is now devoted to art, to exhibitions, and so on. That is no longer used for masses and so on.
Okay. Next to it on the right is the graveyard. The
Yeah, the
graveyard.
graveyard. Yeah,
Okay. hmm Yeah,
yeah.
this is how we can get to your
Yeah,
place.
this is the local train. We also have the high-speed train. This is
Okay.
to undertake. Okay, we have a large industrial zone with
hmm
various activities. Quite a lot of them because Saint-Loubès only has 10,000 inhabitants. It's not
hmm
very big, but it makes its town. But we have a very big industrial zone. We have a lot of ground, so firms come here and just install, what do I
hmm
say,
Yeah, the
create businesses here.
operations.
And
Mhm.
we're not very far. This is plaster,
Okay. hmm
solar panels. It's a solar farm.
Yes.
I don't know what it heats, but solar panels. Yeah.
Okay.
France Gourmet, that's for food. They produce
hmm
food and distribute it. They're quite famous here.
Okay.
And the highway in the background, vineyards, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, preserve. It's the same meaning.
Yes.
We have
Yes.
lots of
This.
orchards, and the wine industry,
hmm
not industry, sorry, producing.
But we are talking about the same wine which comes from Bordeaux, right?
Yeah,
Or is it?
yeah. You
Yes.
have several. We call it them appellations, several names, several
Mm-hmm.
areas, not necessarily the same quality of wine. For
Mm-hmm.
example, Saint-Emilion is top, or Medocs are top quality of wines, but all of them are not just ordinary wines. All of
So
them are good.
which of these wines is your like favorite? None.
Saint-Emilion. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like. You said how come you don't like drinking wine? It's
Yeah,
not that
this
I
is
don't like drink wine.
impossible. Okay, I
I,
thought that
well,
you did it.
yeah, yeah. The question was because I get tipsy too easily. I
Mm-hmm.
just need half a glass, and I love I
Okay.
can't let me imagine. I like just a few drops of wine in my water, but
Mm-hmm.
when I innocently ask if I can enhance my still water with a few drops of wine, I'm stared at and what? This is a crime. How can you dare mix wine with water? This is Bordeaux.
Mm-hmm.
Wine is sacred. So if you
Yes.
mix wine and water, it's a sacrilege. I'm laughing about, but I like it's very refreshing if you drink a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, and I can make the difference between a common wine and a high one because you
Oh.
smell it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very I have a very sensitive smell, so
Mm-hmm.
a good wine, you Medoc, for example, smells like autumn. Yeah, the color
Mm-hmm.
is an amber color and so on, whereas Saint-Emilion rather no, I'm not a specialist, but I can distinguish between fruit and autumn
Mm-hmm.
leaves and so on. You have these flavors in wine and
Wow.
in taste and mouth too. It's really but I am not allowed to drink it the way I like.
Okay.
Yeah, a taster. That's a specialist.
So I have a question because some
Yeah.
people will go there just for the tourism, let's say touristic reasons. So do you think it's worth going there to the region just to go around to travel
Yeah.
around the place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the wines, if you like wine, yes, you can taste. There are lots of things that you can taste, share, and so on. But there's also architecture. There are lots of.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the church, but there are lots of other places, and also not very far from here, you have a. I can't pronounce it, so I will just say Paleo region. The
Mm-hmm.
caves of Lascaux, the lots
Oh
of
yeah.
prehistorical
Mm-hmm.
monuments,
So
even
it's
in
close to your
my
place.
yeah, it's close to them, even
Mm-hmm.
close to me, but not that majestic. You know, we have small caves that are just engraved, but the
Mm-hmm.
paintings in Lascaux are wonderful, and the ocean is not far. Um, you saw the estuary at the beginning of
Mm-hmm.
the video. At some seasons, you know, the estuary flows into the ocean. So we
Mm-hmm.
have the ebbs and tides, and at high tide, people surf on the estuary,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
on
nice.
the river, not on
Yeah,
the ocean.
yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
and the ocean is
Wow.
so close, so you have lots of things to visit. Really, I'm not partial. It's true.
Yeah,
It's really
I
true.
yeah, I believe you. Looks fantastic.
The barrels of
Mm,
wine, oak
yeah,
barrels,
yeah.
and these
So,
buildings you call chateaux,
mm-hmm. Okay.
castles. Uh,
Yeah, shadow like a castle.
yeah,
So, but does it like is it part of this vineyard or
yeah,
yeah,
the
it is.
chateaux, and all the names of the wines here are chateau something,
Yes.
because chateaux
Oh
is
yeah.
what you call uh, a vine property. They are called chateaux, even if they're small. They're called chateaux.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand. And the vineyards, so do they offer like a trip around, I don't know, with some history behind it, some tour guides?
Yeah,
So,
some organize them, yes, and you
okay.
can taste the wine before buying it and so on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, beautiful.
Of this, can you come back a little
Yes.
bit?
Yeah, yes, just a second.
Yeah, the I want the building. Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
is called la coupole, the
Mm-hmm.
cupola,
Mm-hmm.
and because of the dome, you know, on top, it's our local theater or cultural
Oh.
center. I've already sung on this stage here, and some people call it the lemon squeezer
Mm.
because of the
Yeah,
floor.
I can see why. So is
Yeah,
it the only cultural center or do you have more in the
it's
town?
a big one. It's a big
It's
one.
a big
There,
one.
when we're all seating, there are 600 seats, and if it's open, there are many more people that can go there.
It doesn't
Uh,
look that big. 600
it
is a
is, I'm
lot.
sure
So.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the left, you have the library. We will see it later.
Okay. So let's sorry, no. Okay, let's move on. So this
So
is
this
the
it
interior.
was yeah, things that can be done there. We have concerts, of course. Slimane, I love Slimane, and dancing, theater with lots of shows. Kenji,
Mm-hmm.
and so this you see, it's quite big.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I want to say? Sorry, I've forgotten the thread of what I was going to say. Never mind, it's not important.
Okay, so maybe
Mm.
it will come. So still the center? No, not.
No, this is the chapel. I told you about the chapel that is
Mm-hmm.
devoted to art. The library,
Okay. The library on the left of the
yeah,
building we
that's
saw.
it. And one of the girls was one of my students.
Here, this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, not this one.
okay,
Uh,
okay. I thought
when
this one.
the one with the glasses,
Yeah, okay,
and
okay.
one of my colleagues, Olivier.
Well, it's so nice that you can just, you know the people who are here.
Okay, so cute. L'Île
Yeah.
Bleue is a kindergarten.
Okay.
One of the kindergartens. L'Île Bleue means the blue island, like your background. It's
Mm-hmm.
being renovated at the moment.
Nice.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yeah, he's
Cute
good.
kids.
Cute kids. They took the
Would
cutest.
that be it? Oh,
Yeah, that's finished.
so
That's
yeah,
over.
that's great. A great place, really. Okay, so let me come back to you now. So I will stop sharing the screen. Fantastic. I really hope that we can do it one more time again so that you can tell me more because it's impossible to remember it all, although I can take notes later based on the video. But